My ex spread fake screenshots that I messaged minors, so I destroyed her career with the truth. After I dumped Kelly, my ex-girlfriend, she took the crazy ex routine way too far. 2 days after our breakup, my boss called me into his office and showed me Instagram DMs that looked like they were from my account sending disgusting messages to a 16-year-old girl. My blood went cold as I tried explaining they were fake, but HR had already decided to suspend me while they investigated. I walked out with a garbage bag of my desk stuff while coworkers stared at me like I was contagious. In the parking lot, I had 3 missed calls from my mom, whose voice was shaking as she asked why Kelly was telling everyone I got fired for talking to underage girls, and I could hear the doubt creeping into her voice like poison. Even my apartment door was egged, and someone keyed pedo into my car while I lay awake, unable to sleep or eat. My sister called crying, saying Kelly had shown her the screenshots and asking how I could do this to our family, and when I tried to explain, she just kept sobbing. "You were supposed to be at my daughter's birthday next week," before hanging up on me. I drove to the police station with Kelly's fake screenshots, thinking they'd help once they saw someone was framing me as a predator. The officer barely looked up from his computer. "Your ex-girlfriend is saying mean things about you online?" he asked, in a tone that said everything. "She got me fired. She's telling people I message minors. Is she physically threatening you? No? Then it's a civil matter. Get a lawyer." He was already looking past me to the next person. I drove home defeated and found my apartment door hanging open. I realized Kelly had used the spare key she still had, and she completely trashed my apartment. My laptop lay dismembered across the floor, screen spiderwebbed, keys scattered like teeth. The living room reeked with my couch having been drowned in bleach. Then I saw my bedroom wall. Predator in red paint, still dripping, letters 3 feet tall. The R was backwards, exactly how Kelly wrote it when she was drunk or furious. This wasn't anger, this was annihilation. My legs gave out and I hit the carpet hard. I slept in my car that night too exhausted to even begin cleaning, while texts from my landlord demanded explanations for the smell complaints from neighbors. The next morning, I drove to T-Mobile where I'd added Kelly to my family plan last year. "I need all text records between these 2 numbers," I told the guy, sliding over Kelly's number and mine. 20 minutes later, I had a stack of papers showing every message ever sent between our phones. No inappropriate texts, no messages to minors, nothing like what she'd been showing everyone. I took photos of my destroyed apartment before cleaning anything, then drove straight to the daycare where Kelly had worked for 3 years. I asked to speak with the director privately and laid out everything. The real text records, photos of my vandalized apartment, and even the police report I'd filed. "Kelly's been creating fake evidence about me," I explained. "I thought you should know what kind of person is trusted with children here." The director's face went white as she looked at the vandalism photos, realizing the person who did this had keys to her daycare. The director picked up her phone. "Kelly, please come to my office immediately." We waited in silence for 3 minutes until Kelly walked in, wearing her daycare smock covered in finger paint. She saw me and stopped dead in the doorway. "What is he doing here?" she said, her voice rising. "This psycho is stalking me at work." The director's voice was ice cold. "Sit down, Kelly." Kelly sat, but kept glaring at me. The director slid the vandalism photos across the desk. "Did you do this?" Kelly's face went white, then red. "He deserved it. He was texting that girl. He's a predator." I finally spoke, keeping my voice calm. "Show her the texts then. Show your boss these messages you've been spreading." Kelly pulled out her phone with shaking hands, but of course she couldn't show anything real since they only existed as fake screenshots. The director held up my T-Mobile records next to the fake screenshots Kelly had shown other staff members. "These don't match, Kelly. You've been lying." Kelly tried another angle. "He's manipulating you. He's dangerous." The director stood up slowly. "The only dangerous person here is someone who would paint this." She pointed at the predator photo, "and then come to work with children." She reached for her desk phone. "I'm calling the parents. Clean out your locker." Kelly jumped up and lunged at me, screaming, "You ruined everything!" Security rushed in and grabbed her arms as parents started arriving, some immediately pulling their children from her classroom. She was still screaming threats as they dragged her toward the exit. The daycare director called my boss, my family, and everyone else Kelly had contacted to explain what really happened. And within days, my sister was crying apologies on my voicemail, while my boss offered me my job back with full back pay. Kelly can't work in childcare anywhere now since being fired for vandalism, and fabricating evidence follows you forever in background checks. Last week, I saw her stocking shelves overnight at Dollar General, where she looked away the moment our eyes met.